What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the Superhero Crew, and welcome to episode 11 of Comic Talk. This is the show where I talk about the comics that I decided to get this week, and today we're talking about The Brave and the Bold #1 and Batman #41. So let's talk.
So, Batman #41, going on with the Tom King writing it. It is a new story coming in. It's one of the ones that it's not a one shot. It's actually goes into the next issue. Basically, Poison Ivy is taking over the world, and the only one smart enough to out trick her or outthink her, of course, is Batman.
Yeah.
So what he's done is it starts off where it's weird. It's like someone's talking to them, and he knocks out Alfred, and he puts needle into Catwoman's neck, and this you find out later on that Ivy's taking over the world, and everyone but Batman and Catwoman are not affected because of the serum, and then it just kind of ends right there. It leaves you in a cliffhanger. What's cool about Tom King's writing is halfway through the book, there's all this unexplained stuff going on, and then at the end of the book, you figure it out of that it was Ivy trying to take over. So, what do you think?
I thought it was pretty good. Better. This first issue for this new arc is better than the last arc that they had.
Right, the Gentleman arc.
Yeah. And that was really that it was weird because it was like the whole thing was called Super Friends, where it was like him and Batman, then him and him and Superman, and then him and Superman on the date. Then there was then all of a sudden there was a one shot, which was very good. That one shot, the origin of Bruce Wayne. Then Wonder Woman, an arc with that, but it was still called Super Friends for some reason. So it was like that whole thing was an arc,
right?
Besides the one shot that they had, but now we got another arc, and this is pretty good. And I like what Tom King's doing with Batman, where it's like it kind of reminds me of the animated series, where each episode is its own, thing that Batman is doing, or a new arc that Batman is dealing with in the animated series, or like in the Justice League Unlimited show. Right. Each episode was a different story, and I like that a lot because it sees what the characters are doing, and that's what I like about Tom King's Batman, is that each thing is just a thing that Batman has gone through, or a story that Batman has gone through, and I like that a lot, and that's why I like this.
And it's more of a traditional Batman story, as opposed to like the Way Out or weird stories. So
yeah,
but who knows? Because next issue there might be some kind of crazy twist that he puts in. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and I can't see this being more than two issues. I mean,
yeah, they'll figure it out.
This will probably be only two issues, and then Batman 43 will be a new arc. So, all right. So, what would you give Batman #41?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I agree.
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 definitely. Art's pretty good too.
Yeah, it was good.
And I do like the art in this too.
And they're drawing like it's not a small Batman anymore. It's this big chunky full chest Batman symbol on his chest.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about The Brave and the Bold #1. This is going to be a mini-series. This is one of 6, and it stars Batman and Wonder Woman. I believe that they had like the Brave and the Bold title, but it was like with Green Arrow and stuff like that. Then they had that awesome cartoon show where it showed like a lot of obscure heroes and obscure villains, which is, it's not as good as Justice League Unlimited or Batman the Animated Series, but it's still, a pretty good cartoon. So there is this deity who is in this place called Turnanog, which is basically, he described it like a place hidden from the mortal world, like how Themyscira is, and it's hidden, it looks like by these bushes, and Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor are in Antarctica trying to, get it on and stuff like that. The deity visits her and Steve Trevor, and the deity's like, come on, I need you to help me, fix what's going on, because there's a lot of bad stuff that's going on in Turnanog. Then we see Batman goes and investigates something. It looks like everybody's just like standing there, like just doing this. That's how I guess he describes it. And he goes there and he sees something, and then we'll get back to that. It happens at the end of the issue, and then the deity basically tells Wonder Woman, I need your help. This is important. You gotta help me. And she says, okay, give me an hour. And then Steve Trevor and Wonder Woman essentially, you know, and then there's this guy who is, it looks like a homeless guy living in this tent who seems like he's trying to open up the portal or doorway to Turnanog. And then we see that one of the kings in Turnanog has been murdered, and there's this boy who has been accused of the murder, and Wonder Woman's like, well, if this is a murder, then we must investigate this. And then one of the guys is like, no, this is definitely a murder. The boy was there. He's guilty. And she's like, all right, well, you know what? Calm down. And then there's this weird portal thingy that opens up that Batman is there, and he tries to punch it, and he says, you know, Alfred, about the terror, I was wrong. And then he's also like this, and I guess he's affected by this terror thing that's going on. So that was The Brave and the Bold, #1. This is a great issue, and I like how Wonder Woman isn't going to Batman and just saying, hey, I need your help me with this. Batman seems like he's going to get sucked into this one way or another, instead of just being like, well, let's put Batman in the story. So I guess Wonder Woman goes to Batman and tries to deal with, you know, whatever's going on. And the art is fantastic in this. I love this art. This art is amazing. Like, this art is really, really good. So many details, so many different stuff. This art is really, really, really good. So obviously I really enjoyed this. They're not putting Batman in just as a selling point, I guess, trying to sell the book, because he's not even in it that much. It seems like he's getting sucked into this situation, and he's actually gonna be put into this thing that's going on without Wonder Woman making him becoming a part of this thing. Because if this is happening to Batman, and then Wonder Woman, you know, most likely, you know, fixes what's going on with Batman, you know, him just standing there, he's probably going to want to help and try and figure out what's going on. So, this is really good. So, for The Brave and the Bold, #1, I'll have to give it a 9 out of 10. Alright guys, so that's it. So Batman 41 and The Brave and the Bold #1, they came out last week. I was a little behind on the comics for last week, but I'll try to be on time with the comics this week. And I'm going to, when Milk Wars is done, because Milk Wars did come out, and I did pick up Shade the Changer Girl and the Wonder Woman one-shot for Milk Wars. I think it's part 3. When Milk Wars is all said and done, I'm going to do a video on that, just talking about the whole thing in general. I think it'll be easier, plus I'm a little behind, and I think the last issue comes out this week, but I didn't get Cave Carson last week, and it's a whole thing, so I'm like a week behind with Milk Wars, so I will make a separate video just talking about Milk Wars in general and let you know whether you should pick it up or not. So, that's it for this video. Please like if you liked the video, please comment, got any questions, and subscribe for more comic-based videos, and I'll see you in the next one.